Hi, I'm Adam Hogan from RTE2 FM, and I'm talking to people from the LGBTQI+ communities from all over Ireland.
Here's Ciara Mulcahy, community health worker with LINC, a resource centre in Cork City for lesbian and bisexual women.
Ciara, do you mind telling me a bit about LINC first?
We're the only NGO of our kind in the country, so we work specifically with lesbian and bisexual women.
Okay, and what's your role in LINC?
So I'm a community health worker, so it's a really varied role. Everything from physical health to mental health, social support, peer support, stuff like that.
Okay.
So we all kind of melt into each other's roles and each other's jobs and stuff.
I can imagine when you're helping someone with one thing, another thing is...
Absolutely,
they're interconnected most of the time. Okay, are there any programmes or initiatives at LINC that you'd be fairly proud of?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, one of our most recent projects that I'm absolutely in love with is Silver Scribblers. So obviously during the pandemic we had to kind of adapt, and we moved all of our services online. So like we run a drop-in 4 days a week, so we moved that to Zoom, and we started really utilising Facebook and different social media platforms. But one thing that we noticed is there was a huge digital divide generationally. So Silver Scribblers is a letter writing project for older lesbian and bisexual women. So what we're doing at the moment is we're pairing up older lesbian and bisexual women with our volunteers, and they're essentially becoming pen pals and writing letters to each other. So it's that handwritten letter delivered every month, and it's just really got a personal touch. It's really lovely.
Where does LINC cater to? You're based in Cork.
Yeah, we're based in Cork, but our community members are from all over the country. Particularly during the heavier lockdowns, we had community members joining us from different countries. So that's one positive that we'll really take away from COVID, is that we can reach way more people now, and women who have kids or women who live in different parts of the country can still connect to us now over Zoom.
It really opens it up for different accessibility. Did you cover everyone then from a young age?
Pretty much from over 18. There's a youth group that works between ourselves and it's kind of like a brother project, the Gay Project. Okay. So there's a youth group called Up Cork. So that caters for the under 18s, but anyone basically from 18 upwards can connect in with us. One of our projects that we've gotten funding for now, it's called WorkLink, and it's the Equality Fund, Rethink Ireland have funded it. So we can now employ somebody for the next 3 years to deliver education and training to kind of bridge that gap. And it's looking at a couple of different things. So one is a community education program in terms of building confidence, resilience, kind of assessing your own internalized homophobia and being able to better deal with that. And then the other side of it is training employers. Yeah. So we already do deliver LGBTI awareness and diversity and inclusion training. But we're going to try to kind of roll that out to, on a mass scale, basically through this WorkLink project.
What's it like to be a member of the LGBTI community where you live?
So I'm actually from Waterford and I'm living in Cork, so I've kind of and I did an interview with the local radio station about 2 weeks ago, and it was interesting to kind of compare those things. So we've just hired 2 outreach workers, and one of them is in Waterford, and I didn't push that, it was the natural next county to go to. So we have an outreach worker in Kerry and in Waterford. So when I was talking to the presenter about that, and she was saying, is it much easier somewhere like Cork or somewhere like Dublin? 100%. I arrived in Cork to an established community, to events, to things I could go to hobbies that I didn't have I'm from Dungarvan, so it's a smaller town, and you just don't have that. You might know one other gay person, and then I moved to Cork, and I was going to drama on Tuesday nights, and I could go to soccer on Mondays if I wanted, with other lesbian and bisexual women, and that's really important. To have that connection, to be able to share that sort of lived experience with people.
Do you have any memories from Pride, the celebration, then, that you'd be able to share?
I think one of my standout moments was really, I think it was my second year marching with LINC. And the previous year I had marched as a community member, and then I was able to march as an employee. But to have the streets of Cork were lined with people clapping, and they had their kids out, and I just went, this is insane, because roll it back a decade and people weren't clapping and cheering, and I think it was a couple of years just after the marriage equality referendum as well, so we had that awful experience of knocking on doors and begging people for equal rights, and then we're out in the streets and there's people bringing their kids and they're applauding you, and delighted that you're there, delighted that you're visible, delighted that you're out. And I think it was really moving to be there in that kind of knot of women jumping around the place and making loads of noise, and just the regular community, if you know what I mean, where they're supporting that, and that was gorgeous. Like.
RTE, proud to stand, proud to party.
See rte.ie/pride.